Hi guys, how's it going today? So I'm going to be making a video today on facial banding. I've gone into this a little bit before in my other videos, but I wanted to make one that really covered it in depth so you guys could really see how to apply it well. You have to excuse the rain outside. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it in the audio, but it's pouring outside and it's really loud hitting the railing of my balcony. So just ignore that and let's jump right in. So when I'm doing facial banding, I will create a new layer and set it to overlay and put it on top of all my flats and my line art, which I have right here. Okay, facial banding is when different parts of the face have slightly different hues to them because of the thickness of the skin or different parts that are there. So like in the nose, for example, it tends to be more red. The tips of the ears are more red as well because there's blood pumping through it. Different things like that. Okay, so I'm going to be applying facial banding to this image that I painted right here, and then just showing you where the different colors go. Okay, so I have my new layer set to overlay, and I'm going to go from the top down. So the first thing we start with is yellow. So I'm going to get a nice bright yellow color, and you want these to be fairly bright and fairly saturated because we'll be lowering the opacity once we're finished. So go ahead and start out as bright as you want. I'm starting pretty bright so you can see. So the first part is yellow, and the yellow goes across the forehead and above the eyebrows. Okay? So just laying that in there really lightly. We don't want hard edges on this because we want it to just kind of all blend together. So the first one is yellow. Okay? The other place there's also yellow is in the corner of the mouths, right below the corner. So if you feel your lips on the edges of your lips and then you go down a little bit, right there's a little bit of yellow when we do facial banding. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and make sure I clean up the edges so I'm not going outside of my flats. Okay, the next one we're going to do is a light pinkish orangish red color. Okay, almost like a peach color. And this color is going to go above the eyes. So between the eyeball and the eyebrows is where this peach color goes. Okay? So we'll do that on both eyes. Okay. Next is the red. So we're going to go ahead and select actually, let's not do red yet. Select a blue color, a bright bluish teal color. And this is going to go right underneath the eyes. Now in this character, and I'm going to darken it a little bit too. This character doesn't have a lot of space underneath her eyes because of the way she's smiling. But on another face, you would still do this. It's just really small on her. But basically the eyelid, the lower eyelid, will be blue when you do this. And then a little bit up the side. Okay? So there's the blue. And then also, blue will also be on the lower half of the face. So avoid the yellow spot. We're going to go around that. But below the cheeks and below the nose, we're going to put this blue color in. Okay? And then I'll erase that out to make sure it's nice and clean. Alright. Next is red. So we'll go ahead and select a nice red color. And red goes all over the nose. It goes up the sides of the bridge of the nose, but only on the sides, okay? And then it fades out in the middle. And then up the sides we have red. In the middle of the nose it's kind of desaturated, so we're not going to put any there, okay? So once we've got the nose, we also have it on the cheeks, on the bottom of the cheeks. Okay, and then the side over here. Okay, this cheek as well. Go ahead and clean it up. Alright, do some on the ears. I'm going to select the shape so I'm not painting outside of it when I do the ears. Should have done that in the beginning. Do the ears. Okay. All right, that looks good. And then for the top of the cheek, we're going to pick an orange. Nice bright orange up here. Okay, perfect. Oh, and we got to remember we put blue there, so we don't want to paint over the blue. We want to leave that in there under the eyes. Okay. All right. So right now it looks a little extreme. Okay. So what I usually do is I go to Gaussian blur. First, I make sure that I have my color layers selected. That way, when I Gaussian blur my facial banding, it doesn't make this halo on the outside of my line art. It'll stay inside the shape. So I blur just a little bit to make sure everything's blended pretty smooth, so there's not any hard edges. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and just lower the opacity on that layer until it looks good. So I'm going to lower it to about there. And for the nose, I think I want it to go a little bit even redder on the tips of the ears and the nose as well. So go ahead and make sure I have that layer selected again. Oops, wrong layer. Here we go. So push it even redder on the tips of the ears. And then we'll do the nose as well, even redder. Alright. So you can tell already that it makes a big difference. If I turn that layer on and off, you can see it brings a lot of life and warmth, and you can adjust it to wherever you want with the opacity until you find something you're happy with. But it makes a big difference. So I'll turn all the layers on now really quick so you can see what it looks like finished, and then I'll turn it on and off so you can see the difference. Alright. So we have all the layers on now. Perfect. So we'll turn the facial banding on and off so you can see. Without it, it still looks good. It doesn't look bad, but adding that facial banding just brings so much more warmth and life to the character. It makes it feel like it's real and living instead of just flat green all the way across. This makes it look almost like a statue or maybe made out of plastic. This really brings life to it. So anyways, that's how you apply facial banding, and I will be sure, actually, maybe, I think what I'll do is I'll make a PDF that you guys can download. I'll post it on my website, and once I get that up, I'll put it at the end of one of my videos and mention it, so you guys can go to my website and then download the PDF, and it will just be, I'll make like a diagram so you could see where on the face each color goes, and I'll do it in black and white with the color overlay on top of it, so you can see really clearly what color goes where, just to help you guys remember what parts of the face get what color. So hope that video was helpful for you guys and that you're able to learn something from it. Thanks for all the support, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.